New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
New Thought Media Network presents A Grand Vision, a 30-minute exploration of the emergent vision of New Thought Media Network. Get ready to explore the grand vision.
Well, hello again, dear ones. Dr. Robert with you here on a Monday afternoon. It's 4 o'clock on the Mountain Time Zone, and that means it is time for A Grand Vision, the opportunity I take every week to come to you and share some of what's going on in this ministry, some of what's happening in the future, and some of what you might come to expect from us as we continue to move forward with this mighty ministry. So I want to first thank you for being here and being a part of what we're doing. It is an exciting time, I believe, to be a part of New Thought Media Network, and I'm going to tell you why. Throughout our time here together, I am going to tell you exactly why I think it is such a great time to be here on New Thought Media Network. However, I do also like to start with what came through in today's visioning experience. And so many of you know that every Monday morning at 7 a.m. Mountain Time, yeah, that's right, bright early here on the Mountain Time Zone, I get in front of the camera and we share in the Monday morning visioning program. It is always so much fun, and it really does do exactly what we're talking about. It reveals the grand vision for what's happening in this ministry. So I always like to open up this broadcast by sharing just a little bit of what's coming through in that vision. So today, for me, what came through was a safe and sacred space for countless individuals to give their gifts and share the philosophy and faith that is New Thought. An intentional community in both physical and virtual forms. That term, intentional community, you're going to hear more and more of that term as we continue to move forward because it keeps showing up in the vision. All right, let's keep going. Our dear friend Linda Plasters, she shared, saw the arm, hand, and torch like the Statue of Liberty. New Thought is a beacon of light visible to anyone looking. Yes, we are. New Thought is a beacon of spiritual light for anyone looking. That plays right into some of what the news that I'm going to share with you here today as well. And our dear friend Fiona shared, co-creating a serene world of joyful communal interconnectivity. There's another word that speaks to the community of it all. It's a big part of what we're into. Quick shout out. Hey, Rev. Hey there, Shay. Thanks for shouting out. Good to see you. Anyone else that's watching, feel free to share a shout out. Let me know you're out there and join in the fun in what we're doing here today. So I want to share. Some of you on social media probably saw some images of where we were at last week. And last week, we were at the affiliated New Thought Networks retreat and some exciting things here. So if you're brand new to what we're doing here on New Thought Media Network, let's start here with just a little bit of an intro to ANTN. All right. Yes, that's where we were last week, hanging out with a whole bunch of amazing New Thought people, ministers, practitioners, and regular folk, everyday folk, the folk that just love what we do and want to hear more and don't necessarily want to go through all the hoops and the rigors and all the things it takes to go to be a minister. And that's okay. ANTN, not just for ministers. Everyone is welcome at Affiliated New Thought Network. And one of the big things that happened last week was that I was elected to their board of directors. And so over the next 3 years, I will also not only be here at New Thought Media Network, but I will be on the board of directors for the Affiliated New Thought Network and supporting their mission, their vision, and what's happening there as well. And I want you to know it is a natural fit. It's not only a natural fit for who I am in the world, but it's a natural fit for New Thought Media Network because that has always been part of our vision. Creating a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment. It transcends the organizational boundaries and the organizational cultures that are at play in New Thought. And we have always looked to be part of the bridge building, part of the infrastructure moving forward that brings all those amazing organizations. And you saw like close to a dozen logos on that video to bring all those organizations together to work together to bring New Thought out into the world a bit more, not just hiding behind our own how do we want to call it? How do I want to call it? Well, we don't want to hide behind our own organizational biases any longer. That's for sure. And we want to get out in the world and share more about what it is that we're doing as far as New Thought as a whole. And so as we continue here, we'll see more and more of more and more activity. And the truth is, you probably don't even know it, but we have a number of ANTN members that are already broadcasting various programs with us, and we're constantly talking to more and more of those folks to help them bring forward their gifts and their skills and all they want to do. So let's take a quick look at the schedule here, some of the things that are happening. If you look at what we've got going on here on Monday, this is already way out of date. I'm getting rid of that. Let's just delete that overlay right now. And let me jump in over here and see if I can find our newest schedule. Oh, I've got two marked by two of them marked with the same date. Let's see if this one does it. That's the beauty I love about this network is we're always open for more and new and interesting things. Here we go. Here's a better. Nope, that one I don't like either. Let's get rid of that one and let's try this one over here. One of them is spelled with a capital O-C-T and one of them is just an O-C-T. There we go. All right, I think this is the one that works. Nope, that one's not working either. Okay, here's what's happening. We're going to leave this up. A couple of things I want you to see. At 7 p.m. on Sunday evenings, we now have a title for this program, and I am going to see if I can find the most recent version of this that I have available. Yes, here it is. Oh my gosh, I have found it. Give me half a second and I am going to export this so we can take a look at it. Got to give it a different name though. I'm going to call it November 2023 as that is most likely where we are. Here's how fast this network moves, folks. We can export and change on the fly. We'll get rid of that. I thank all of you that are hanging out with me today, watching all this weirdness happen. Here we go. All right, uploading now. And it should give us our updated schedule. Well, that's not how it's supposed to be either, but we get the idea. Down here on Sundays, the very bottom of the stack, Radical Optimism with Reverend Dr. Michelle Wadley. And I tell you, I am so excited to be working with her again. Reverend Michelle, some of you may remember, had a program here on the network back a while back called The Jersey Girl and Rev Jersey Girl. Well, Rev Jersey Girl is going even deeper and deeper. She's got a great friend and who she's working with, and they're going to bring forward a show called Radical Optimism. A couple other things that are happening. I want to get rid of this. This does not look good either. One more try, folks. Let's see if we can make this work after all. That says GIF. We don't want a GIF. There we go. We want a JPEG. JPEG's going to do it for us. So Radical Optimism on Sunday evenings coming soon at 7 p.m. Up on Tuesdays, we're filling in that 1 p.m. Mountain Time with PJ Stanley, Reverend Dr. PJ Stanley and friends. That's in production and coming to the broadcast very, very soon. If you notice on Thursdays, ANTN Thought Leader Thursday, the last Thursday of every month, we held this last week on Thursday. 2 weeks ago now, on Thursday with their with the Anton special guest, Reverend Dr. Michelle Whittington. So as you can see, the Affiliated New Thought Network is already making an organizational presence known here as well. Plus, our dear friend Robin Rice is bringing forward a new program, Girls Behaving Metaphysically. That's going to be happening on Thursday evening, 6 o'clock. We're in pre-production for that right now. And another new show coming on Sunday mornings, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, all the way from South Africa. Our dear friend and Reverend Obeking is going to be sharing a new program. So we've got more and more and more coming in that direction as well. And, we would love to, if you know somebody that has a great idea for a show, or perhaps already doing a show. Perhaps they already have a YouTube channel, or perhaps they already have a Facebook show or a broadcast they're doing on a regular basis. By all means, let them know about what we're doing and invite them to come on over and check out what we're doing. I would love to have a conversation and share exactly what it is that we've got going on, because this just keeps growing and growing and growing. And, I forgot one. If you look down here underneath evening prayers, right there at 9 o'clock Mountain Time, we now have Spanish language evening prayers. They happen at 9 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for right now. As that team grows and builds, we're going to fill in those other days as well and get a 5 or a 7 day prayer run going right there at that time frame. So by all means, if you know someone that would like to join our Spanish language prayer team, let us know. Have them get in touch with someone here at the network, because Spanish language prayers, I love them. I listen to them all the time. I'm still not fluent, and I only catch some words, and some things I'm left completely confused by, but it doesn't matter, because I can hear the essence. I can hear the presence of the divine in each person's voice. And so check out some of our Spanish language programming. I think you'll find it very enlightening. Even if you don't speak the language, you can feel the essence of it all. All right. So those are some of the things that are coming up as far as programming is concerned. Now, a couple other things that are coming up in the near future. We've been talking about this a little bit. We're working on a Roku channel. How many people know what Roku is? Exactly. The truth is, it's one of the largest growing platforms for what is now being called internet television or internet TV. We own a Roku platform. We have access to Roku, and we're going to be presenting on a delayed basis much of our programming on Roku. So because of the whole time thing and the fact that we still have to deal with human time, what we present, and as we present it live, it can't, there's no pipeline directly right now to go directly to Roku Live from our StreamYard platform. So we are using an intermediary platform that requires us to present on Roku 1 week later than when we go live. So what you're seeing right now, this isn't live yet. However, if you go to Roku, you may just find our station. I'm not sure if it'll show up or not. We haven't actually pushed the right buttons, I don't think, but we're working on a system whereby we can identify our best programming. And what happens today on Monday will show up on our Roku station 1 week later on a Monday. Doing our best to keep the continuity of the programs, even if it's not directly the same day. So those watching on Roku or finding us on Roku will be seeing programs that are about a week old. However, you here watching on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, you're going to continue to get things live immediately. Facebook is starting to put some other restrictions in place that preclude some of what we do and might change some of what we do on Facebook as well. However, the good news is we are currently also working on getting ready to good old Reverend Michael. Don't worry, Michael, you don't have to be awake at 3 a.m. But just for that, I am going to put your show on like Fridays at 3 o'clock as a rerun. How's that sound? You can have your regular program, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Do you all know about Reverend Michael's program, 6 o'clock Mountain Time on Friday nights? The Fireside Chat with Pastor Michael Mangus. You should join us for that. Oh, we need to update that one too, don't we? Yeah, we do. You should tell me about these things when I need to update them, folks. That's way out of date. We got to update that. All right. So what's going to happen is, as I was saying, so the Roku channel is there, and that's going to do its thing real soon here. We're planning actually to have that launched by the end of the year. And there's a team of people that are working on it. If you'd like to be a part of that team, if you'd like to support our efforts to expand this programming, please get in touch. info@ntmedia.org. That's info, INFO, at ntmedia.org. Looks like somehow my banner for that got deleted in here. That's all right. That happens. I will give you that information right here. Please send us an email, info@ntmedia.org, if you'd like to help out behind the scenes. So a lot of this work is going to be copy and paste, taking descriptions from one platform, getting them into the Roku platform, making sure things are scheduled at the proper time, making sure they're tagged with the correct day, and making sure they're tagged with the correct categories and stuff. So we have plenty of room for people that want to help out and volunteer in the back office, as it were. So please consider joining us for that. Now, the other big news, and this is happening right now, we're really, really, really close to releasing this thing. And I know some of you have been hearing me say this all summer long. However, we really are getting closer and closer every day to releasing our brand new community platform. And this is the reason it's not out yet is I really want it to work. I want it to work properly from the get-go, and I don't want to have a false start on this thing. So, because it's powerful. And if we do this right, we can expand the reach of this network, expand how many places you can access New Thought Media Network content, how far across the planet we can reach. Folks, we now have someone in South Africa that is about to start presenting on our platform. We've got folks in Geneva, Switzerland. Hello, Fiona. We've got folks all over the planet that want to be a part of this, and we are working to make sure that we give you a robust platform by which to connect with all these amazing people. A platform that might act and remind you a little bit of Facebook, but won't act like the company of Meta. That's going to allow us to see what we want to see, and a platform that's going to allow people to connect more in a more deep and a more meaningful and in a richer way. So you can watch for that. Our new community platform, we're intending, we're pretty sure we'll have everything ready by middle of October, or sorry, middle of November. So look for, coming in the middle of November, a brand new community platform and a way to participate and connect with those you know, and perhaps some new people you don't know. Perhaps some people that you'd like to get to know. It's all happening here on New Thought Media Network. Plus, now it's been a little while since some of you have heard me talk about this. Plus, if you remember, we as a network went to the Parliament of the World's Religions in Chicago back in August. Well, we're working on a documentary of that experience. We're working on a video, a film, a long-form film, to share with you some of the things we experienced, some of the luminaries we were able to connect with, some of the interviews we were able to conduct while we were there that week. And I am happy to report that that is on schedule and on track for a Thanksgiving weekend release. So you can start looking forward to that right now. Thanksgiving weekend, our presentation, we don't have the finished name for it. We got a couple of working names on it, but the Parliament of World Religion documentary will be available come Thanksgiving, and I'm super excited to share that with you as well. And that program too is directly related to our involvement with the affiliated New Thought Network with Anton. They're one of our lead sponsors on that project, and helped us in so many ways to get the footage we need, to get the access we needed, and are supporting us in bringing this all together into a finalized project. So, folks, there's so much happening. If I really tried to cover everything that's going on in my notebook, if I tried to cover everything, all the various ideas, all the various projects, it would be very, very difficult to do in a half an hour. I haven't even talked about Kenya this week. And there is still time. New Thought Media Network is supporting the Center for Spiritual Living Kenya in late January and early February. If you would like to learn more about that, you can go to cslkenya.org. That's cslkenya.org. Let's put that in the banners too. We're going to get all kinds of banners going here today. Well, how about that? It is CSL Kenya. I got to spell Kenya right. cslkenya.org. We will be attending their conference in early February of next year. And there's still time to register. There's still time to join our group if you'd like to. If you'd like more information on that, you can head on over to their website to learn more of the particulars. And if you'd like to be a member of the New Thought Media Network contingent heading over to Kenya next year, you can just get in touch with me. Again, info@ntmedia.org is a great way to do that. Okay, so in the last few minutes, here's the big thing. Now, this has been floating in the vision for quite a while, and I've spoken about it a little bit, but I realized this past week while we were at Anton that now is the time to start casting the vision into the universe in a bigger and a more robust way, in a more direct way. And so one of the things that we see coming through the visioning again and again and again is the idea of an intentional community. Now, I'm not talking about a commune. I'm not talking about somewhere where everybody gives up everything they own to come live on the property. That's commune, or worse, it could devolve into a cult. I said the C word. Oops. I'm not talking about any of that. What we're talking about is a campus where we can operate New Thought Media Network's organization. And on that campus are opportunities for individuals to call a piece of property their own, to call land, to call the place home, to live together in spiritual community and create. And we're going to go a little bit further than saying a community. We're going to create a New Thought society, a place where those in New Thought can come and give their gifts to New Thought Media Network and be a part of this big, big thing. Because I want you to know this is a big, big thing. What we're doing here is a big deal. And I have no perspective. I have no imagination. Nowhere in my imagination, in my visioning, is this mine alone. Nowhere have I ever thought this is just for me and this is my thing. This ministry, from its very inception, is about everyone. Is about the concept of the idea that a rising tide lifts all boats. That we can create a network that gives opportunity and resources to anyone that is aligned with the New Thought philosophy and wants to be a part of this organization. So here's what we're going to start doing. We're going to start looking for property. We're going to keep our eyes open. And I have a couple of folks already that send me some ideas once in a while of places that perhaps we could call our own, where we could create a homestead and where we have really good internet access in order to share in the workload and share in the reward of creating this mighty, mighty network, of creating this mighty ministry. Because that's what we are. You know, I'm forever reminded of the great words of Margaret Mead to never underestimate a group of a committed group of individuals for changing the world. We are that. And we're going to continue to grow into that day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, until the world suddenly realizes, wow, look at what they've become. A group of committed individuals, not to save the world, but to create a world that works for all. That's what we're about, folks. And if you'd like to be a part of that in any way, well, you know how we do it. Get in touch. info@ntmedia.org. Hey, I'm Rev Robert. I'm going to get out of here for now. Let you get back into your day. However, I invite you to share this with a friend. Let somebody know what it is we're up to and where it is we're going. I'll be back again this time next week. However, we do have a huge week of programming ahead of us. So please check out some of your favorite shows. Perhaps check out a show or two that you don't know. One way or the other, please like, share, and subscribe. Let everybody know what we're up to. Before we go, let's make sure we say thank you to our organizational sponsors and individual donors. Please help us say thank you to our organizational sponsors, including the Hepperlin Foundation, Affiliated New Thought Network, International New Thought Alliance, Science of Mind Archives and Library Foundation, Center for Spiritual Living Denver, Center for Spiritual Living Midtown, New Thought Philadelphia, Planned Happiness Institute, Summit Center for Spiritual Living, One Heart Retreats, Center for Spiritual Living on the Lake, Unity Spiritual Center Kitchener, Home Center for Spiritual Living La Mesa, Satya Center, Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey, Unity of Savannah, and Center for Spiritual Living Seattle, as well as all of our individual donors. Thank you for making New Thought Media Network a place to be. Please come be you. And remember, like, share, and subscribe. New Thought Media Network, positively inspiring. All right, folks, that's all I've got time for this week. Until next time, I wish you peace and richest blessings. Bye now.